Hello everyone, my name is Bea. Today we are going to be exploring the topic of the orgasmic mind, the big O. The point I am driving home today is the complexities of pleasure. We will dive into the various anatomical, physiological, and mental processes involved in experiencing orgasm. Sex is a very broad topic, and it is very rarely taught in full while attending school. Although there has been forward movement on this front since the 1970s, we as a society are still adapting to more openly explore and teach this subject. Let us define the word orgasm and explore what it means. Cleveland Clinic defines orgasm as the height or peak of sexual arousal when the body releases sexual tension and pressure. It involves very intense feelings of pleasure in your genitals and throughout your body. Physiologically, in men, the organs that are associated with sexual reproduction and ultimately orgasms include the penis, the scrotum, the epididymis, and the testes, as well as internal structures, the vas deferens, ejaculatory duct, urethra, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and bulbourethral glands. It is quite obvious to tell when a man is aroused and when one reaches completion, as sperm is ejected from his erect penis. In women, the structures associated with arousal and reproduction include the labia majora, the labia minora, the clitoris, the urethral opening, and the vaginal opening. Internal structures include the vagina, the cervix, the uterus, ovaries, and fallopian tubes. Here are several other anatomical parts that are related to sex and reproduction. Orgasms follow a general pattern known as a sex response cycle, where 4 phases ensue. The first phase is desire, where an individual is experiencing muscular tension, a quickened heart rate, and blood flow to the genitals. Penis becomes erect, and the clitoris swells. At this phase, many other characteristics are observed, but not all are experienced by everyone or every time. Some of these characteristics include the wetness of the vagina, lubricating secretions from the tip of the penis, the enlargement of breast, erect nipples, and a flush in the skin. The second phase is arousal, where the libido and desire from phase 1 intensifies. The vagina continues to swell and take on a darker color as blood flow increases. The clitoris becomes highly sensitive, even to the point of pain. Arousal continues until the moment before orgasm. This phase is also characterized by a continued increase of breath, blood pressure, and heart rate. Muscle spasms may continue in the hands and feet. This brings us to phase 3, orgasm. Although it is the shortest of the cycles, it is the climax of this 4-phase response. This phase is characterized by the highest rate of blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing. It is at this point where the muscles of the vagina contract and the penis ejaculates. The final phase is known as resolution. During resolution, your excited body returns to normal physiology and function, as swollen and erect parts return to their previous states. After climax, many feel a state of satisfaction and fatigue. This brings us to the orgasmic mind. Sounds like a dystopian science fiction book. The orgasmic mind addresses the question of whether orgasms are mentally or physiologically experienced. Several studies have found that mental and emotional processes involved with intimacy greatly influence one's ability to experience orgasm. Let's take a look. Kenneth Ma and Yitzhak Binik investigated this hypothesis, and their results revealed that orgasmic pleasure and satisfaction were related more to 1. The cognitive affective rather than the sensory aspects of the orgasm experience, 2. The overall physical and physiological intensity of an orgasm, but not necessarily the anatomical location of the orgasm sensations, and 3. Relationship satisfaction. These findings reinforce the idea that as much as orgasms are perceived as purely physical responses, the mental and emotional state of an intimate individual seems to deeply affect pleasure and satisfaction. Did you know that orgasm problems are the second most reported problems by women? Women's orgasms can be induced by erotic stimulation of both genital and non-genital sites. There has been a debate between vaginal and clitoral orgasms for decades, but as it turns out, reaching orgasms via vaginal penetration alone is found commonly in women whose clitoris is less than an inch away from their vaginal opening. This is because, due to its proximity during penetration, the clitoris gets stimulated as a byproduct of continual thrusting. Although there is still research to be done, it is more likely than not that clitoral stimulation will be more fruitful than vaginal penetration alone. Psychosocial factors that relate to female orgasmic ability encompass age, education, social class, religion, personality, relationship issues, stress, and anxiety. To improve orgasmic ability in women, it is important to feel comfortable and confident in the often vulnerable position of sexual coupling. Communication is key when expressing what you desire and what you are comfortable with. Thank you for joining me as we explored the orgasmic mind. I hope you walk away with a new appreciation for your mind and body, and understand the importance of creating a safe space between you and your partner or partners where communication is encouraged.